It's crazy how close the Las Vegas Raiders quarterback competition was. It looked like a coin flip to me. Coming into the season, Raider Nation was divided on Aidan O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. I heard plenty of strong comments on why each one of them should be the starter. Then training camp came and neither of them did anything to separate themselves from the other. Then they played in preseason games and there still wasn't any separation. Then of course Minshew was named the starter and I didn't hear much from the O'Connell fans. I probably wouldn't have heard anything from Minshew fans if O'Connell won either because no one separated themselves. With it being that close, what do you think it was that made head coach Antonio Pierce roll with Minshew? Okay, we know the Raiders plan to run the ball a lot and control the clock. The Raiders have a great defense and Pierce wants to play to that strength. However, you can't simply run the ball and have a short passing game with it. The defense will put the safety in the box and you can defend the short pass with the same defense you can defend the run with. You'll just make the defensive coordinator's job easy playing like that. You need a vertical game to go with the run. O'Connell has a much better arm than Minshew, but Minshew throws a much better deep ball. As much as O'Connell is more accurate as an all-around passer, Minshew is more accurate with the deep ball. O'Connell struggled with his deep ball last year, but seemed to improve his connection with speedster Trey Tucker. He worked with Tucker all offseason too, but it's Minshew that has a better deep ball connection with him. He's connected on multiple deep balls with Tucker in his 2 preseason games. Minshew was 3 of 5 in that department to 1 of 3 for O'Connell. I bet on O'Connell to make a big jump in that area, but nope, he didn't improve and it cost him. Another area I was expecting to see some improvement in is his mobility. I did see him slide around the pocket a few times and get some throws off, but I expected a little more than that. Pierce wants a little more than that too. His whole program is based on playing great defense and controlling the ball on the clock on offense to keep quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes off the field. That means 10 yards on 3 plays, rinse, repeat. So on 3rd and 3 or 4, it helps to have as many ways as possible to get a first down. So if you can add an impromptu quarterback run to your ways of getting a first down, you have helped your offense keep the ball in a big way. But after all that work he did on that part of his game this offseason, he hasn't shown any kind of improvement in that area. I saw him run around a little bit at Purdue, so I thought it was reasonable to expect him to run a little bit more, but it didn't happen. He had 0 scrambles last season and 0 scrambles through 2 preseason games this year. I expected better than that after hearing reports that he worked on it this offseason. I guess that's why he lost the job. A lot of Raider fans said O'Connell lost the job when he threw a pick 6 at the end of his time in last week's preseason game. If anything, I'd call that the straw that broke the camel's back. The one thing Pierce does not want is for his quarterback or anyone to turn the ball over. That obviously doesn't go well with his play great defense and control the ball on offense game plan. That was kind of why I thought O'Connell would win the job, because he showed the ability to do that with 9 touchdowns and no interceptions the last 5 games of the season. Minshew was known to turn the ball over and cost his team at times, so when he showed up to training camp, he tried to do too much in the beginning and threw interceptions. I mean, they both threw interceptions, but Minshew threw a little more at the beginning of camp. But then they got him to not try to do too much, and he stopped turning the ball over as much. Meanwhile, Minshew started turning the ball over more in camp as a result of pressure. So like I said in my last video, the Raiders were able to coach Minshew into playing disciplined football more than they can get O'Connell to keep his calm under pressure, so O'Connell lost. Pierce said it was O'Connell's job to lose, and boy did he lose it. It wasn't a situation where Minshew went out and took it from him either, so no matter who the favorite was, O'Connell lost the job to Minshew. He had a chance to go out there and take it while competing with an average quarterback, and he lost it instead. He was the last one of them on the field, and of all things, he threw an interception. But that wasn't really what lost him the job though. He just didn't get better in 3 key areas. His deep ball hasn't improved and his mobility improved marginally at best. And still he struggles with pressure. That's all it came down to. Thank you for watching. See you next time.